I want to start AFC East or NFC East here, Kelly? Which
Yeah, we'll start AFC East. How about
AFC
that? We'll
East.
start with that.
We'll put the grid up here. This is, we have to win the division, obviously conference and Super Bowl too, but mainly we have win totals and the division odds on the left side of the screen. Is there Bills, Jets, Dolphins, Patriots a best bet in any of these categories for any of these teams?
Yeah, I think championship, Super Bowl odds, if we can say it, 9-1 for Buffalo to me are okay. I would, plus 120 to win the division for Buffalo is plus EV in my opinion.
Plus 120, Buffalo to win the AFC East. These are numbers quoted at DraftKings. AFC North, is that where we're going next? AFC North, the division that you just talked about, is you think there might be 4 teams going to the postseason. And what do you like here?
Yeah, when I look at this one, to me it's got to be, the almost 4-1 plus 380 for the Browns to win the division. I think that's a popular one, and I think to me it's more of an intangible thing. I'm just fading the Ravens a little bit, but I think the Browns at plus 380 to win that division is the best bet.
Brownies at plus 380 to win the division. That made a lot of Browns up.
1989, the last time they won the division, and it was the AFC Central.
Was that a Kosar year?
Kosar, yeah. Kosar and Bud Carson was the coach 2 years before Bill Belichick was the coach.
Bud Carson.
Yeah.
Bernie Kosar. Has there ever been a less athletic quarterback than that dude?
He had a hunched back.
Yeah.
it was a rough look.
I think that answers the question. AFC South, the Jags. At the top, of course.
It's Colts 6-1 for me. There is a path for the Colts being good. Anthony Richardson. They have one of the, I think that if I look at my numbers at sumersports.com, by the way, if you want to look at them, they have, I think, a top 5 easiest schedule in football. Both Colts and Texans. I would not be surprised if you saw them win 9 or 10 games.
Wow, that's a bold one right there. Kelly, if you can get Kelly's number on the Jags, different story. Different story entirely. Yes. AFC West, where the Chiefs reign supreme. Chargers. Kelly, by the way, we left out one of Kelly's bets. Kelly, you did make a Chargers bet?
I made a Chargers bet yesterday for them to make the playoffs, just minus 115.
He's going to be that guy this year.
I'm going to be that guy this year. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid this year.
I was that guy last year.
I've stayed away the past 2 years. I'm the guy drinking the Kool-Aid this year.
They got to the playoffs last year. They just couldn't hold a 27-point lead. What do you like here?
I think minus 165 is actually short for Kansas City, and that's weird considering last year it was kind of flipped. It was like plus 140 to plus 160 or so. I just think that I think that they have just such a path with the Broncos, Chargers, and Raiders kind of beating each other up. Be that as it may, I do think this is off the board. Broncos 2-1 to make the playoffs ish in the marketplace to me is a solid play on a good head coach. Yeah.
So a good head coach, but where do you stand on Russell Wilson? That last year was anomalous, or that? No,
I think he's bad, but I think
Okay.
but we had 2 years ago we had a 9-8 Saints team quarterbacked by Simeon, Winston, Book, and Hill. That was, Peyton's last year. I think he can do something. And that defense is similar to as good as how the Saints defenses were when he was taking that team to the playoffs repeatedly.
All right, to the NFC, which, of course, was the better conference when we were kids, but not even close now. The NFC East, where the Eagles are at the top, and they, of course, are the short shot to get back to the Super Bowl. What do you like here in the NFC East?
Commanders over 6.5.
Let's go, baby. You're a Sam Howell guy?
I talked about in the first segment, basically, like, don't overreact to, like, the most immediate thing that happened to you. Howell is, like, the classic example of, like, he was the betting favorite to go first overall going into the 2021 season.
Yeah.
Struggles, but he had 1,100 yards rushing if you took away sacks, even in that down year for UNC. Like, I think he'll be fine. That offensive line did a good job of protecting the other night.
Well, yeah, against the Ravens backups, but
yeah,
yes.
But they did the Ravens did a lot of stunts and a lot of blitzes and everything. I think Eric Bieniemy is a plus EV kind of OC for them.
The commodes will go as far as that offensive line takes them, for sure.
Yep.
NFC North, a lot of different opinions on this division this year.
Everything Packers.
7.5,
4-1. Yesterday when I was recording a show for the Hammer, that number went from plus 403 to like plus 370, which is just like 2%. But like while we were doing the 10-minute segment or whatever, like I think that the Packers are kind of the Lions of this year. And like I apologize to everybody for how like bad the numbers are for the Lions now. If you want to bet Detroit, I think there's no more a bigger sucker play than the Lions now after we restored the heck out of the roar last year.
Yes, we did.
And now there's no value left in backing them anymore. But I think the Packers are turning into that team this year where a lot of people are saying if Jordan Love just colors between the lines, this team's going to be pretty good.
I love that. You said that last week. I love that analogy. If he just colors between the lines. How How's Pizzola doing, by the way? Is he calmed down after Bet Bash? Is he okay? He got a little riled up.
He was on one, yeah.
Oh, he got riled up.
Yeah.
Definitely riled up. NFC South. Saints, Falcons, Panthers, Bucks. Somebody's got to win. Something's got to give.
Yeah, Panthers 4-1 to me is the bet I like there to win the division.
And then finally, the NFC West, where again, it's going to be Sam Darnold as Brock Purdy's backup with the Niners.
Yeah, I think that this. My numbers don't support this. This is just me, kind of qualitatively, that this is a 2-team race after September, and the Niners. Everybody talks about the Niners and how Shanahan can do it with any quarterback. That's actually not true. Like when C.J. Beathard or Nick Mullins had to play, they were bad. This team since 2015 has either won enough games to go to the NFC title game or lost 10 games. And, if Purdy / Darnold, if that thing goes pear-shaped, like the Seahawks kind of have the division. And at 2-1, I think it's a fairly solid bet.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.